So there's this Fox News clip on YouTube about Tomi Lahren saying that she loves seeing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on TV that has a lot of views and keeps popping up on my newsfeed. Now, I love seeing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez on TV because I really like Alexandria and I love everything that she stands for. But I have a feeling that Tomi Lahren loves seeing her on TV for a different reason. So let's see what this commotion is all about.
Socialist millennial Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez hitting the campaign trail with Bernie Sanders this week after shocking the political establishment and taking out Pelosi's protege. But is she all sizzle and no steak? Here's what she said when questioned on Israeli-Palestinian relations.
You use the term the occupation of Palestine. What did you mean by that?
I think what I meant is like the settlements that are increasing in some of these areas and places where Palestinians are experiencing difficulty in access to their housing and homes.
Do you think you can expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd also I am not the expert on geopolitics on this issue.
That's for sure. Joining me now, Fox News contributor
Tomi
Lahren. Now, Tomi, you and I have been in situations where I'm sure we don't really know exactly what we're talking about, but we're able to fudge it and we can wing it and at least pretend to kind of have a semblance of knowledge about the subject. You never throw your hands up and you say, I'm not an expert.
That's not true.
She's also running for office, so that makes it a little bit more disturbing. But Jesse, I gotta tell you, I used to love it when Hillary Clinton would come on TV because I thought that it would make it so much easier for us in November and in 2020, but I'm over Hillary. This is my new girl. I love to see her on TV. I think it's hilarious.
I do too. I think I'm gonna donate to her campaign because I want her to go as far as possible in the Democratic Party. Maybe she could run on Biden's ticket. Maybe it could be Biden-Cortez. I like the sound of that.
I like the sound of it too, but you know, she's also a Democratic socialist and she's going to be campaigning with Bernie Sanders. You know, the young people are supposed to love socialism, but also young people love reality TV. So Jesse, I have an idea. Why don't we take Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, why don't we drop them into the socialist nation of their choice and see how long they last?
I love that idea. I will call the executives at Fox right now and see if we can get that rolling. Yeah, I don't think she knows. Maybe she can get it at Bernie's house. Let's listen to her take on capitalism and the unemployment rate. This one's my favorite. Roll it.
We look at these figures and we say, oh, unemployment is low, everything is fine, right? Well, unemployment is low because everyone has 2 jobs. Unemployment is low because people are working 60, 70, 80 hours a week. I do think that right now when we have this no-holds-barred, Wild West hyper-capitalism, what that means is profit at any cost. Capitalism has not always existed in the world, and it will not always exist in the world.
Okay, I mean, I hate the fact checker. Everyone has 2 jobs. The people with 2 jobs, it's its lowest rate in about 11 years. But that's not even how the jobless numbers go down. That's not how the unemployment rate works. It's down because people are working. More Americans are working. I don't think she gets it.
She doesn't get it at all, but it just keeps getting better and better every time she opens her mouth. Like I said, I think it's wonderful. It's always interesting to watch a train wreck.
All right, so I have a lot of issues with this interview. First and foremost, the bullying exhibited by Tomi Lahren and the Fox News host in this clip.
I am not the expert on geopolitics on this issue.
That's for sure.
But Jesse, I gotta tell you, I used to love it when Hillary Clinton would come on TV because I thought that it would make it so much easier for us in November and in 2020, but I'm over Hillary. This is my new girl. I love to see her on TV. I think it's hilarious.
I do too. I think I'm gonna donate to her campaign because I want her to go as far as possible in the Democratic Party. Yeah, I don't think she knows. Maybe she can get it at Bernie's house. I don't think she gets it.
She doesn't get it at all, but it just keeps getting better and better every time she opens her mouth. Like I said, I think it's wonderful. It's always interesting to watch a train wreck.
And it's really something that bothers me about politics nowadays. All anyone does is talk smack and name call. They were bullying Alexandria the whole time. If you didn't know, I'm a teacher, and so maybe it gives me a different perspective, but I would think that parents could share in this perspective as well. in the sense that, think about if your kids acted like this. If they were talking about someone in this way, how would you feel? I know if my kids in my class acted like this, we would have a problem. If they were talking about someone like this, politics should be about having a civil debate on the issues. There's no need for this. It's wrong. In regards to the Palestine-Israel situation that they were talking about, Alexandria did seem unsure of herself in the clip, but her position was fine. And the Fox News host was wrong when he said that we should just fudge it when we don't know something, or something along those lines. That's not true. That's wrong. We should not fudge it. There's great wisdom in saying I don't know when you don't know something. In regards to the Palestine-Israel situation, how could anyone here be an expert unless they've actually been to Israel and Palestine? We're not there. We can't be an expert. But what we do know is that Israelis have been taking a lot of Palestinian lives. And I know I'm against that, because I'm against the killing of anyone by anyone. In regards to how Tomi said that, name a socialist country where we could drop you off and see how long you could survive, I can name you 3 countries right off the top, even though I don't like the socialism term, but I know what she means. Finland, Norway, and Denmark. Finland was the happiest country in the world in 2018. Norway and Denmark rounded out the top 3. And Norway and Denmark have been the happiest country in the world in previous years, in previous recent years. Denmark multiple times. And what these countries have in common is that they have tuition-free public colleges and universal health care. Something that the media and our politicians here in America try and act like is pie in the sky and can never happen. Some radical idea. But it's not radical. There are many countries around the world that have tuition-free public colleges, and there are many countries around the world that have universal health care. Finally, in regards to unemployment, look, unemployment is not the only thing you have to look at when it comes to the economy. We also have to look at wages. Because right now our economy is not working for everyone. Right now we have massive levels of income and wealth inequality in our country. And in the past 4 decades, there's been a massive transfer of wealth from the middle and working class of this country to the wealthiest people in this country. So much so that as of 2016, the top 1% owns 4 times as much wealth as the bottom 80%, which is the middle and working class of our country. There's no way the wealthy should own 90% of the country's wealth. And as aforementioned, that's as of 2016. With the tax cuts Trump passed, the numbers figured to get even worse. Because we've learned over the past 4 decades that the money does not trickle down when you give tax cuts to the rich. The wealthy keep the wealth all for themselves. Overall, what I find most disappointing about this interview is, as aforementioned, they didn't use facts and reasoning when making their arguments, Tomi and the Fox News host. All they did was talk smack and name-call the whole time. And that isn't right. This isn't what politics should be about. Hey guys, if you want to help out this show, you can follow our various social media links. Also, we have a Facebook group that you can join as well. And if you want to follow me on social media, you could do that as well. Alright guys.